a little while ago on the page Memories of Wilmington, in the group Memories of Wilmington on Facebook, I posted the story of the Cooper sisters and how they were instrumental in the early 70s of desegregating Wilmington's taxi service. Now, most of the people in the group praised them and really enjoyed the story and what have you. But there was one suspected white supremacist who didn't like what the Cooper sisters did and how they handled the racism that was prevalent in the taxi service in Wilmington. Okay. And he and I, in the comments section, debated their actions. Well, he tried his damnedest to get me to condemn them for their actions, which of course I wouldn't do. And I'll tell you something. I firmly stated to him, I don't care how many points you make, what your debate is, there's no way in hell you are going to get me to condemn the Cooper sisters' actions. Mainly because the Cooper sisters were my grandmother and her younger sister Janet, my grandmother Dorothy and her younger sister Janet. They desegregated the taxi service in Wilmington in the early 70s. There was no way I was going to condemn their actions. See, this is a prime example of staying on code. I stayed on code. I would not, no matter what this suspected white supremacist said, throw my grandmother and her sister under the bus to appease white people. No way in hell. This is what I mean by staying on code. Now, we have a lot of public figures who make it a practice to stay off code. For instance, Stephen A. Smith. This cat is always off code. He would throw a black athlete under the bus in a New York minute. His latest target, Colin Kaepernick. Now, Colin Kaepernick, according to Stephen A. Smith, pulled a publicity stunt and wouldn't sign the contract with the NFL. You know, had his own workout instead of the one the NFL set up. Now, this contract, how can I say this? If he had signed that contract and his lawyer allowed that his lawyer would have been guilty of malpractice of, as far as representing his client. That contract in no way benefited Colin Kaepernick. Stephen A. Smith, constantly off code, threw him under the bus. See, that's the thing. Off code. If that's what he believed, he should have went to the man and said so. But I'm sure some people disagree with me. Stephen A. Smith, who's constantly off code, it's a coon. No different than the Ben Carsons and Candace Owens, who are constantly off code. See, you want a bag? You want some money? Throw some black people under the bus. Show that you're willing to go off code for that bag. You get a big bag of money. Oh yeah, you will be stacking them dollars. You stay off code and throw black people under the bus. This isn't something new. Off code has been very lucrative for some of our people. I hate to call them our people because all skin folk ain't your kinfolk. If you're off code, you're not my kinfolk. Been doing this. People been off code since before the Civil War. Getting them butter biscuits. Being off code. Now, why do I push being on code so much? Because that's been a major problem in us attaining black empowerment. People being off code. You know, during slavery days, you know, there were 200 planned slave revolts. What happened? They were all ratted out by black people off code. Man, please, y'all, stay on code. Don't throw your own community under the bus for some butter biscuits. I'm Patrice Gibbs. Join me on The Open Eye, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on WHGE 95.3 FM. The Open Eye. More than radio.